Another hot-button issue in this election campaign is health. Both sides say they'll improve hospitals, and both have pledged more money to areas such as mental health. But certain groups in the sector say their needs are being ignored. Medical reporter Sophie Scott has a look.
During the last federal election health debate, then Health Minister Tony Abbott made headlines by arriving half an hour late. Today, both speakers arrived in plenty of time to outline their health policies.
Our plan is already delivering more doctors and more nurses, providing more beds in our hospitals, treating more patients after hours and closer to home.
There is a big difference in relation to health at this election, and it is that the coalition not just has the plan, but the capacity to deliver on that plan.
Both parties have made hospitals and GP services a priority, but there are some major policy differences. Labor says it will continue the process of taking over running the hospitals from the states and territories, setting up local hospital networks. It's promised more GP super clinics and block funding for diabetes patients and $277 million to help Australians at risk of suicide.
We're funding 1,300 more beds, real beds being allocated to communities across the country.
The opposition is promising $3.6 billion for hospital beds and community-controlled public hospitals, more money for mental health to build 20 early intervention centres for young people, and it will boost after-hours GP services and rebates for practice nurses.
We do have a plan to introduce boards to cut bureaucrats, to put people back in charge of their hospitals, to have clinicians front and centre.
Doctors' groups say they're disappointed aged care and Indigenous health has been left off the political agenda. And rural doctors say patients outside major cities have been ignored.
A recent government report noted that since the last election, around about 12,500 people have died in rural Australia because they haven't been able to access rural health care.
They're hoping to get a better deal, whichever side wins. Sophie Scott, ABC News.